Illinois fans versus Michigan fans.
Man.
It has not been resolved. Illinois going to Michigan, beating the hell out of Michigan without Ayo Dosunmu, did not solve it.
Nope.
Because as it turns out, there is more beef to be had, and that beef is this, Tate. The Illinois Fighting Illini won 2 more games. 2 more, not 1 more. USC won 1 more than Oregon. Illinois won 2 more Big Ten games than Michigan did this year. The one time they played, they beat the snot out of Michigan in Ann Arbor without Ayo Dosunmu.
I feel the Michigan 8th graders.
The 8th graders are fired up.
They're turning up on us.
Meanwhile, Michigan, of the top 5 in the Big Ten, Michigan
Yes.
was number 1, as we know.
Yes.
The next 4 teams, Michigan played once all season. They did not play any of the other contenders, we'll say, in the Big Ten. They did not play any of them twice. And Illinois, so because Michigan loses to Michigan State, suddenly you're looking at it, and if I'm an Illinois fan, which this is exactly what Illinois fans are saying, how the hell are we not Big Ten champions?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Even if you look at the standings, it says Illinois is like plus a half game in the standings of like game, the game behind.
Yes.
Illinois is ahead of them in that, but because Michigan had a higher winning percentage, they technically are champions. Is this the most fraudulent conference championship regular season you have ever seen in your life? The answer has to be yes, right?
I will say this win percentage decision was made at the start of this year, right?
Yeah.
That was the call.
But
So it does seem to me like in the same way Ohio State in football, right? We made a decision.
now hang on.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
But
go
we
ahead.
made a decision. We see the decision is stupid,
This is just stupid. Yes.
and then we adjust and we move
And we realize
forward.
like this
Right?
just doesn't make sense. Like the
So-
history books are not.
I'm even of the camp of if it comes down to win percentage and it's one side is win percentage, one side is +5,
yeah.
share it, right?
Just
like
share
the
it.
Big
Like, you
Ten
could do
loves
that
it.
easily.
Maryland shared it last year. We don't even remember
You're
that.
saying
Just share it. That's what I think.
These things do matter, by the way. Like,
Yes.
like these are trophies.
Yes.
These are there's money on the line for coaches, which I don't think people are gonna cry over. And like the
Mm-hmm.
average public's like, who gives a shit about that? But this matters in recruiting, even like the graphics you put up
Yes.
that are like 19 Big Ten shit or whatever.
This is
all
trickle down
stuff matters.
economics.
It's trickle down,
the
dude.
school gives the bonus to the coach gives the bonus to the bag goes to the recruit. We know how it goes.
But you're absolutely right. People are trying to draw the comparison to Ohio State football. What happened with that, which
Yes.
is Ohio State football got like preferential treatment, and the difference. I mean, listen, I'm very biased as it turns out.
But what I'm saying is, there's precedent has been set, so you could do it.
That's
you
what
could
I'm saying.
change. You could pivot.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
That Ohio State,
Just making sure.
Ohio State went undefeated in
Yes.
football. Ohio State beat
My question is, could they have done it in the ACC though? That's what people were saying.
Ohio State. Tate went undefeated in football. They beat the team that everyone thought like should be over Ohio
What
State.
did Dabo Sweeney say? They were the 11th best team in the country before
He
got
voted
here.
him 11th best.
That was hilarious.
So everyone wanted Indiana to be in because, like, per the COVID, like Ohio State didn't
Yes.
play enough games. Indiana should be in. They played head to head. Ohio State beat the hell out of Indiana. Indiana made it close in the end, but they still won the one game.
Yep.
Ohio State went undefeated. That made sense. So they reevaluated and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't like the team beat the other team. They went undefeated. Like we can't put this team in.
That's what
over-
I mean.
That's exactly what we have
Common
here.
sense.
That's exactly what it is here. It's like, do you use common sense?
I
Like,
will
Illinois
say-
should- So I am. That's the subplot of this. If Illinois and Michigan meet in the championship game in the Big Ten tournament, boy, they both have 1 seeds locked up. I think.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
that's
They're
kind of
both 1 seeds.
They're
So
both 1 seeds, but
at
now
the end
you're
of the
fighting
day,
for
they
that.
should not be upset.
fighting for that.
And if you're Michigan, it's good news, right? Because if you're a Michigan fan, you know that the machine is behind you. As we talked about last time, like the media machine is behind Juwan Howard.
Yeah.
We love the
Yeah.
Fab Five, in the words of John Rothstein. We love the Fab Five redemption tour. We want Juwan Howard to succeed, right? That is what we're all on. So the fact that Michigan is getting that bump, that's
Right.
good news for them. But on the flip side of that, Illinois having
Illinois got to be pissed off, dude.
but having the chip on your shoulder is great. Like
Yeah.
I think, like I'm buying in on this. Like this is the team. I watched the Ohio State game
Yeah.
this weekend. Ohio State had no business losing that game.
Yeah.
But Illinois
Yes.
the whole
Yes.
time, I mean, you know this. The whole time Illinois had the confidence of like we're going to win this game. I'm very high on the
Ohio
Illini.
State, as it turns out,
I just say that.
Ohio State
Flying
also
high.
had the confidence that we're definitely going to win this game. They just
No, they
did not-
didn't. No, I saw it. I saw it on their faces.
No, Dwayne Washington was like, "I'm going to win this game. Watch this," and then he'd shoot it and would throw it off the backboard, and it wouldn't go in. And yeah, and that was tough. But
And
he
then Chris Holman looked at him and said, "Guys, make shots."
my dad called me.
They're
He's
like,
like,
"Oh, my bad.
My dad called me. He's like,
Forgot."
"What's going on with Dwayne? Like on some of some of his shot selection." I was like, "Dad, he thought it was going in. That's what's going on."
Yeah.
It never crossed Dwayne Washington. It never has. when he's shooting the ball that like this is not going in. So you're looking at him and be like, why would you shoot that, Dwayne? He's like, because I thought if I made this, we'd win the game.
Probably my favorite mask, by the way. Of all of the broken, like, think about what Tyler Hansbrough wore in 2008 when he broke his nose. You know what I mean? When Gerald Henderson gave him the elbow, it's like he couldn't even see. He had Velcro all over his face. And now this is sleek. This is nice. Good to see for IO.
So I might take it back when I said earlier UConn is more fired up to win their conference tournament than the other thing. Illinois has got to be up there too.
If I'm Illinois, I'm not that. Just wait. 6 games. 6 games. You want to win it all if you're Illinois.
Yeah, you want to win the Big Ten too. Like the idea of Michigan winning the Big Ten tournament and the Big Ten regular
season. That's the problem with the Big Ten. This is why you don't win the big one. This is why you guys get you're beating each other up. You're focused on this Big Ten tournament. The real thing is what matters. Illinois fans, you know this. You know this.
Because
make the real run.
It's the opposite.
Make the real
I would
run.
argue the opposite because
you're arguing wrong.
Because if you don't win the Big Ten tournament and you say we're putting all our eggs in one basket to make this run and you don't win the NCAA tournament, you win nothing.
I think
you
if
have
you're
this
Illinois
season that's historic. There's greatest season where
if Indiana beats Rutgers, you throw that game so that they keep Archie Miller there, and you lose that game to Indiana. Let them go on. Let Iowa get to the championship. Let them have their fun.
You're outside your gourd, dude.
And then Illinois make the real run.
Tighten up, dude.
Make the real run. You know it.
You're losing your
Illinois
mind,
fans, make the real run. You know you can do it. I'm telling you.
This is Lucy pulling the football from Charlie Brown. You're like, make the run, Illinois. Gotcha, bitch. Gonzaga won. You losing a title game again.
Run.
And they win nothing.
Make the run.
They win nothing.
You went to the Final Four. You won something.
That's the Big Ten's problem.
LeBron James has showed us as long as you get to the mile marker, it's okay. Get to the Final Four. Get to the title game. Whatever happens, happens. You're in Big Ten country.
You've said a lot of dumb stuff on the show that might take the cake.
I believe in IO. I believe. Hey there. Thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.